So this is the question that I asked the Arcturian Council of Elders. I asked them, how can humanity evolve into a more harmonious and conscious species? And here's their answer. Humanity evolves through unity and compassion. The illusion of separation is what causes much of the suffering on earth. As more individuals awaken to the truth that all beings are interconnected, harmony will naturally flow. The first step is cultivating compassion for oneself, as this creates a ripple effect that touches others. That's how your loved ones change when you change. When humans learn to treat themselves and each other with love, understanding, and respect, the collective consciousness will rise. Each act of kindness, each moment of awareness contributes to the awakening of the whole. Remember, the shift begins within each of you. Love is the most powerful force in the universe, and compassion is its greatest expression. The global challenges you face are symptoms of collective fear and separation. Love is the antidote to fear. Each time you respond with compassion, you raise the vibration of the situation, creating space for healing and transformation. To shift the world, begin by shifting yourself. When you embody love and compassion in your daily life, you inspire others to do the same. This ripple of love has the power to heal communities, nations, and the planet. Isn't that beautiful? So now, astral projection, astral travel. Astral travel, it happened to me accidentally. How did it happen? Because every single night I was going to bed at night, imagining that I get into a space capsule, and it's all described in the book. I get into a space capsule, and with my space capsule, I go into the cosmic field. And in my imagination, the cosmic field was my subconscious mind. Because you see, our subconscious mind, even though within our brain, it's located on our right hemisphere, but actually the subconscious mind is the mind of the all. The mind of the all is God, is the all, the universe, the entire universe. And everything that we hold within our subconscious mind, all our beliefs, all our childhood traumas, all our limiting beliefs, all our fears, are there because we don't see them. We don't realize they're there. We just react because of them. Yeah, we're being programmed with those things. So those things are in the subconscious mind. We need to take them out. We cannot take them out. We cannot take out consciously something that happened subconsciously. This is very important to understand. In other words, if you have a belief that, we're not the kind of people who can have money. Maybe you grew up in a family where everybody, we're never going to have money. Maybe you grew up thinking you're never going to have money. And now you can't put any money away. You can't save. Somehow money just doesn't sit with you. That's a belief. That's a belief that is holding you back from being abundant in your life, because somehow in your childhood, somebody, one of your parents said something to you and you believed it, and it's stuck in your subconscious mind. Now you found out that you have that belief. You can tell yourself every day till you're blue in the face, I can have money, I'm abundant, I'm this, I'm prosperous, I'm this, I'm that. All of these affirmations that people do, affirmations are wonderful, but they're not going to heal your subconscious programming. You have to heal your subconscious programming by going into the subconscious mind and taking away that belief, rewiring that programming. And this is what I was trying to do when I realized that all my failed relationships are caused by me. When I had my divorce in 2019, and I realized that, well, that's not my only failed relationship. So I realized that I need to change me. And the only way to change me is to go inside my subconscious mind and pull out every belief that it's not helping me. So I was traveling with my space capsule into my subconscious mind, looking for beliefs. Tap, tap, please. Thank you. Thank you, tap, tap. Thank you so much. So, because I did it so persistently, and so I did it from the end of 2018, in the beginning of 2019 is when I started to do that. And that's what I was doing every night. Every night I would get in my space capsule, my imagination, and I would fly into cosmos. And sometimes I would fall asleep, and sometimes I would find some beliefs that may not serve me and stuff, you know, but I did it every night. And in September 2020, I arrived in a place in space that looked like a disc, and I heard a message. It wasn't necessarily a voice. It was a knowing to get out of my space capsule and go there. And I got out of my space capsule and I got in right there next to that disc. I thought it was a disc, but when I got there, I was told, walk inside the tunnel. Yes, that's Gypsy snoring. That's my dog snoring right here. Walk inside the tunnel. So I walked inside the tunnel and I started to walk and walk and walk and walk and walk. And I walked and I walked and I walked. And finally I started to run, and it was getting darker and darker and darker. And I started to be really afraid. And I was so afraid. But the entire time I kept on telling myself, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. Because this is what I learned when I did ayahuasca in January of 2020. I went to Costa Rica to do ayahuasca, and they taught us a few things. In fact, that was the first time I learned about childhood trauma. I had no idea about childhood trauma. None of us knows until somehow there is an awakening. So I realized that, holy crap, these things come from my childhood. But anyways, I learned a few things. And one of them was, no matter what happens during the journey, it may get dark, it may be fearful, but trust the process. So when I got into that tunnel, I said to myself, I have to trust the process. And I was just running and running and running. And eventually I got to the other end. And when I got to the other end, this absolutely magical place opened up. Blue, trees and waterfalls. It looked, if you've ever seen, or you've been to Hawaii, or you've seen images or videos of helicopter rides over Hawaii, it was exactly like that, but everything was blue. The trees were blue, everything was blue. In fact, this image kind of symbolizes that, because I described it to ChatGPT. I described the image and he came up with something similar. And then I gave it to the guy on Upwork, the designer, and then he created it. But I drew it. I told him exactly how I want it to be, because this is how it was. So this is how I ended up astral traveling. Whoever asked me the question about astral travel. But if you want to get into astral traveling, you guys, you can definitely do it by starting a practice of doing the gateway tapes, the gateway meditations, which I have done all of them. There are 39 of them on archive. I've sent them to many of you. They're free. You want to read the document first so you can understand the meaning of it and why it's good to do it. And you can do them. You can totally do it. But you want to have an intention. So don't just do it for the fun of it. Don't do anything for the fun of it. Do it with an intention. You know what, when I asked my higher consciousness, why did I have, because to me, this was a wonderful experience, but it was also a burden, because I was like, now I'm having to tell people and they're going to think I'm crazy. And what is my mother going to think? And this, like I'm having this thing going in my head. This thing happened until April of 2021, from September 2020, April. And I never said a word except for maybe 2 or 3 very close friends. And I never thought I was going to write a book on it. And I asked my higher consciousness, why did you send me to the Arcturians? You know what my higher consciousness said to me? Because you wanted so badly to heal yourself, to heal my limiting beliefs, my childhood trauma, all the stuff. I wanted so badly to heal, because I realized that everything in my life has been a result of something that has been programmed in me when I was a child, and even along the way further, but as a child. And until I heal that, my life will never change. Your life will never change until you heal your beliefs from your childhood. And that's what my higher consciousness said, that you wanted it so badly. And when you want something badly enough, the universe is going to conspire to make it happen for you. This is a quote from the Alchemist, which I highly recommend that you read. How long does it take for you to finish Gateway tapes? Well, there are 39 tapes. Actually, I think I took about 2.5 months, because you can do one a day, but they're so intense that sometimes you have to take a couple of days break, because you get some activations going on, and you have to sit with those activations. So don't rush into it. Don't rush into anything, you guys. This is another massive secret. Yes, Mia, Paulo Coelho. Massive, massive, massive shift in my life when I realized that there's nowhere to go. I'm not in a hurry, because I used to constantly, I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta. No. Whenever it happens, everything happens in divine order. When you do that for your life, you will recognize a major shift in your life. The videos, if you want to do them, you can send me a private message and I'll send you the link. Otherwise, I can tell you how to get them. You go to archive and Google. You can Google archive Gateway tapes and they will show up. Or if you don't find them, you can send me a message and I'll send them to you. Is it dangerous? Willy Wonka? I love the movie Willy Wonka. That's a great movie to watch. You gotta watch that movie, Willy Wonka. That is a really good programming movie. It tells you a lot of things about life. But no, Willy Wonka. It's only if you decide that they're dangerous, they're dangerous. You give meaning to things in life. Sorry, Mama. She is totally like I'm sitting on like a I got tea, I got another tea, I got kava. I gotta go in the bathroom. Not dangerous, but you should do shadow work first. You know what, the best thing to do, like, because it's guided, you do the chakra healing, because that's shadow work. Chakra healing with shadow work. I will post the book. How do we deal with debts? Are they an illusion? The debtors who can you pay them, honey. You pay them. You do the dishes. You do the dishes. You incurred those debts. You made the expense. You pay the debt. And then you start from scratch. And then you tell, but you know what you could do, Harsha? I'll tell you how you deal with it. You tell God, thank you, God, every time you go to bed at night. And you wake up in the morning, thank you, God, for paying my debts. And tell him the number. If you have $20,000 in debt, thank you, God, for paying my $20,000 in debt. I cast this worry of my debt on the divine Christ within me, on the divine presence within me, and I walk freely. Read the book, great book for programming. Read the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. Let me write down these things so I can put them on a post for you guys. The Game of Life and How to Play. It's free on YouTube. The Game of Life, because it will teach you some things to say. When you speak them, they are like magic, like abracadabra, and they happen. You love, yes, I love Florence, love her. $43,000 in debt, don't feel bad. You can solve all your problems by knowing, not believing, by knowing that God is watching over you. When you go to bed at night, just say, thank you, God, for paying my debt. And don't wonder how that's going to happen. Don't doubt it either. And it will happen. Yes, Mystical Eyes, that's it. That's the book. The Game of Life and How to Play. Short and sweet and effective. Yes, and you can listen to it and get yourself programmed with it on YouTube. You found them, Rami? You found the archive? Perfect. Awesome. Excellent. Good job, you guys. Wow, you're regular MacGyvers in here. I love it. Yes, I'm giving you, look, I read thousands of books, but I'm only giving you the ones that I know they have the meat in them. And they're going to help you on the spot. I don't want you going, because I've been beating around the bushes for years. But you guys get the meat from me. Harsha, you found the Game of Life on YouTube. Don't use the gateway tapes from YouTube. Use them from the archive. Because the gateway tapes from YouTube have been recorded too many times. The archive is more original. So what happened after everything you did? You mean after I did the gateway tapes? My life changed. This is, you weren't here when I told everybody about when I was invited to become the broker of record for a major company here in town, right when I was changing my profile on LinkedIn to say that I am a high priestess for the Hermetic uINversity and I am an Arcturian healer and all that stuff. And that day on January 30th this year, I posted a video on TikTok that got over 300,000 views, and I moved from having 2,000 followers I had 2,000 followers in like 7 months. And then in less than 2 weeks, I gained 18,000 followers. It all happens because of the shifts that are happening inside of me, because the content that I've been putting out right now, you can go back. I've always been into this kind of stuff for the past year and a half, 2 years. I've always been into the whole inner work, inner understanding, know thyself and all that stuff. But some of these shifts, and you can see the progression. How I've understood certain things better. Like I used to believe that we were born without memory. And then one day it just dawned on me. I mean, it dawned on me through meditation. I was like, no, we actually came here full memory, but we got programmed and we forgot. Watch my videos from the beginning. Meet some odd snoring. Star, my dog is right next to me here and she snores. Do you believe in reincarnation? You gotta watch my videos on a playlist called Life, Now, and After. I put 3 videos there that are all related to reincarnation. There is no reincarnation. All realities happen simultaneously. If you believe in reincarnation, that means you believe in time, and time does not exist. You know why, Jamie? Because I speak truth. Your attention span is limited because that's what happens. You probably think you have ADD. You don't. You just don't have time for bullshit. That's all it is. And that's why all these poor kids who are being pumped up with medication because they have ADD. They don't. They're just so smart. They don't have time. They don't want to listen to the bullshit that they're being fed by teachers. That's right, Jamie. How do we deal with narcissists? We dump them. Okay, I'll tell you how you deal with narcissists, because I had one in my life. Thank God. I'm so grateful for it. Because if I wouldn't have had a narcissistic boyfriend, I would have not realized that I was codependent. Because here's the deal. If you have a narcissistic partner, that means you are codependent, because a narcissist never hangs out with somebody who loves themselves. Now let that sink in for a minute, all of you. Am I right or not? If you have a narcissistic partner, it means that you are codependent, which means you allow them to run circles around you, which means you don't love yourself. And because you don't love yourself, everybody around you takes advantages of you. This is where I was in 2020. You say, thank you, God, for sending him to my life, so you can show me that I'm codependent, so you can show me that the next thing I have to do is to learn to heal myself. Here's another book for you guys to heal your codependency. It's called Love and Relationship Secrets. This book is written by a guy, minister, not religious, minister, relationship coach, blah, 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 who lives in the area here in Fort Myers. I've known him from before. And I called him when I realized that I was codependent. I called him to help me out as a coach. I hired him as a coach. He gave me this book. Well, I bought it. And he said, okay, we're going to work on this book. In 8 weeks, we worked on this book together. And there's 8 chapters or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And I learned to heal my codependency. It's all journaling. It's all journaling. Buy 20 of these notebooks so you can have them. They come in all colors. Buy them in all colors. Write something on them like I wrote on my morning pages, because supposedly I was right, not always in the morning, but I did. And then I wrote Journey to Self. This is chapter 11. Write whatever you want. This is what I wrote. I'm just telling you what I wrote. Great job. You've done life for 90 minutes. Wow. Sorry, can you repeat this book? Love and Relationships Secrets. The author is David Essel, E-S-S-E-L. I'm going to put it on, I'm going to make a post about it so you guys can have it in case you miss it. Excellent to heal your codependency. How do you forgive the narcissist and find the light in them when they seem to be only darkness? You don't forgive them. There's nothing to forgive. You actually thank them for showing up into your life, because without them, you wouldn't know that you were codependent. And you don't have to worry about their darkness. That's their problem. You walk away. You run as fast as you can. A narcissist does not heal himself. You can't. They can't. It has to take a miracle for a narcissist to even want to. The people pleasers also. Actually, people pleasers are just as narcissistic as the narcissists, because here's what people pleasing is actually manipulation. That's absolutely. Brando, you're impressing me every moment. Let me tell you something. People pleasing is manipulation. I want to help and I want to do this. No, you don't. You're doing it because you think that you're doing it and then they love you back. How do I know? Because I was there. Remember that. I hear snoring. Yep, that's my dog right here next to me. I have 3 boys, and as I try to heal, he torments me. Walk away. Walk away, Anna. Walk away. There is no fixing there. My Tokaya, thank you for sharing your wisdom tonight. See you next Tuesday. That's the joke we had last time. See you next Tuesday, Carnation. Were you here last Tuesday? Good night, my love. Thank you for being here. I mean, Otia, who do not have access to have books, can I learn? Yes, but you have access to YouTube. And if you have access to YouTube, many of the books that I recommend are on YouTube for free, my darling. Found soaps with lizards. Use them. Who's this? Uses them. He also did a lot of witchcraft. Sounds... do you believe in witchcraft? Because it's all in your mind, my darling. Listen, nobody can hurt you. Nobody can touch you, because you are a child of God and you are divine in every way. Do you believe that somebody can hurt God? Because that's the only way you can believe that he can hurt you. And I'm telling you right now that nobody can hurt God, which means nobody can hurt you. Stop believing that, and then none of that bullshit is going to work on you, Anna. If he uses the kid, all you have to do is to tell the kid, your father is a wonderful man. We just are not we're just not getting along. Don't speak badly about him in front of the kids. Because you see, kids don't understand. Just tell them, guys, I love you from the bottom of my heart. There's nothing I can do about the relationship between me and the father. That's it. Just love them. Just pour love into them so they don't feel that because what they believe in their mind is that they are the reason why you two are not getting along. That's what you have to do. Learn. It's very important. Start listening to Brené Brown and start listening to Gabor Mate. Both wonderful, wonderful psychologists who have dealt with relationship situations. Brené Brown specifically. Do make sure that you because you're instrumental in programming your children to understand that there's nothing wrong with them. Thank you, Care Bear. See you next Tuesday. I see them hurt because my little boy notices his lack. Just love them, love them. Tell him he's perfect in every way. Tell him he's perfect in every way. That's all you can do. Stuff that happened in the year 1800. Ask for someone else. How do people know stuff that happened in the 1800s? I don't know. Why would you want to know that? Tell me, why would you want to know that? Good night, my love. Good night, Anne. I'm simply Anna. Thank you, darling. Stay in the light. Truth. No, I was doing it because I was identifying with the identities assigned to me by everyone around me. That's right. And it's not for you to do that. You assign your own identity. What about when we have a child with them? I'm not able to walk completely away. Pretend that everything is perfect whenever you interact with him. If whatever he says, just say, okay, darling. Okay, darling. Don't argue. Don't argue. Just go do your thing. That's it. Don't speak badly about him. Don't allow him to get to you, because he showed up to show you that you have been allowing things in your life that you shouldn't have allowed. He came in as a gift. He came in as a gift. How do you and find the light? And you don't want, you don't want to find light in narcissists. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about, you're the only concern. You are your only concern. That's it. Keeps on giving. You speak a lot of truth. You did the work. Thank you. I did the work. Yes, I did. I went really, really dark in all the dungeons of my soul. The gift that, guys, I did 10 grams of mushrooms, 10.5 grams of mushrooms. I mean, it was intense. I mean, that's how committed I was to healing myself. Nothing stopped me. Nothing was about to stop me. Do we know when we die? You do, you know it's coming. But you decide. Don't think about death. Now, you die every day whenever you heal yourself. Whenever you heal parts of you, whenever you let go of parts of you, you die. You are being born again every day. As you start healing yourself, as you start loving yourself, parts of you die. The old you dies. There's nothing in me that existed 5 years ago. Thank you, happiness. Appreciate it. We do a live every Tuesday at 7:30, and this is part of the Hermetic uINversity. So we started with the Hermetic principles. This is the first principle. Last week we had an overall of principles. This week we're having the principle of mentalism. Go look for the videos on my profile, and there is shadow work in the videos as well, so you can do. Thank you, Mariana. Thank you. Welcome. Wonderful life. Brando. Thank you, Brando. You've been looking for it. I know you asked me about it today. Oh, you can only love them. Could you explain again how people pleasing is a form of manipulation? Yes. So you think you're I'm nice. I'm just being nice. Okay. You're being nice, but what is the underlining of being that niceness? Okay? You do things for people, you do things for your mother, for your father, but then you do it for your husband, but then you do it for your in-laws, and then you're doing it for your colleagues at work, and then you do it. Do they reciprocate? Most of them, no. So you come home and go, oh, why do I always have to be the one doing it and all this stuff and all the, you're mad at it, right? You put out some frequencies and say, you know what, but you continue to do it. Why do you continue to do it? Because you believe that when you continue to be nice to people, they will love you. Because deep down, you're sick and tired of doing things for people who are not reciprocating. But you're afraid to stop doing those things because you're afraid that if you stop doing those things, they're going to turn their backs on you. And guess what? The moment you stop, they will turn their backs on you, because this is what happens to me. I lost every friend or friend because I did not have the right friends, because the people that I was surrounding myself with were the people who were with me because I was jumping through hoops for them. I thought I'm being nice, but I was actually manipulating them to like me because I thought I needed to be liked by somebody else. But the moment you find love, unconditional self-love for yourself, pleonasm, but I'm okay with repeating it because I need you to understand, when you learn to love yourself unconditionally, you don't need to please anybody. And if somebody says, can you do that for me? You can say no. Why? Because it doesn't fit my agenda. Because I'm not because you're mean, no, because it just doesn't fit my agenda. I'm doing other things. I'm interested in other things right now because I'm busy that day. Or I don't need to explain myself to you. And you're going to lose them one by one. They're going to fall like trees. Bang, 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 bang. And that's okay, because your tribe, that's not your tribe. So you basically being nice, you manipulated them into liking you, into loving you, into accepting you. Does it make sense? But I love you. And you love yourself. If everything is an expression of God, how do we explain there's no reincarnation? Because there's no need, because there is an infinity of expressions of God. Plus, this substance that is in each and every one of us, you have to watch my videos related to, and actually there's a really good video, the one that I did with, that I started with the Einstein's formula. That is the best explanation, because we are like a bottle in the ocean. That's what we are. The ocean being infinite, right? The ocean is infinite, and we are a bottle. The body is the glass. Inside of us is water from the ocean. The only thing that separates the bottle from inside, the water inside of us, from the water from outside of us, from the ocean, is a cork that is on the bottle. So imagine a bottle, right, with a cork in it. The bottle is full of the water from the ocean, and the bottle wanders around going, I am separate from the ocean. I am separate from the ocean. Okay? The cork is actually your fear, your limitations, your illusion of separation. The moment you remove the cork, what happens to the water from the bottle? Merges with the water from the ocean. There's still water in the bottle, but the bottle realizes that, oh wow, the water inside of me is the same water as the ocean. Now, let's presume that the bottle breaks, which means we're dying, the death of the body, because only the body dies, the soul doesn't die, the spirit doesn't die. So the body dies. What happens to the water? The bottle breaks. What happens to the water from inside the bottle? Can you actually isolate that water and put it in another bottle? No, because it blends in with the rest of the ocean. You see, you got to watch my videos. See you next Tuesday. Thank you, Jamie. I'm going to be probably getting off of this within, I think we have about 2.5, at least almost 3 hours. I'll probably say we're going to do about 15-20 minutes. So let me know if we have any more questions. I move with vibration because of 70 of water connect to God by spirit. I move with vibration because of 70. Not sure what's, thank you, Carmen. See you next, yes, 11:11. Oh yeah, 11:11, that's cool. I see that all the time. Is this why I don't see any clock on my phones? That's why I ramble and ramble. Love this. Is it okay to do something perceived as bad with good intentions? Give me an example, Diamond. What do you mean by that? Perceived? Who's perceiving it bad? Who's the judge? Who's the judge? Give me an example. Wow. Yes, Anna. I love your ocean examples. So simple and yet so exactly, right? Simple. You don't know shit. Jamaican King. Love you too, brother. Iriman. Star Holly. A big fat no. Love your leggings. Thank you. You are God. Thank you, Jamaican King. Thank you so much, Carmen, my sweet sister. Yes, Bad. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I love to learn to say no. Yes. Do you know how good it is to say no? Oh my God. I don't know nothing. You talking frequency, but talk against spirituality. Jamaican. I don't talk about spirituality. I really don't talk about spirituality. I really have no peeve with anybody. I talk against programming. Programming. In other words, any parts of the external world that are infringing upon our divine programming. That's what I talk about. About fear, limiting beliefs, childhood traumas, and the illusion of separation. I talk about against labels. I'm not a fan of labels. If you ask me if I'm spiritual, I'll say I'm not. I don't have a label, because the moment I put a label on myself, I limit myself. I can't do that because I am God. How can I limit God? I am what I am. That's what I am. I can't put a label. I'm vegetarian. I'm this. I'm that. I'm the other. I'm not. I'm none of that. I am that. I am everything that I can possibly be. I am the highest version of myself. I am the most beautiful expression of God I can possibly be, with the power that I have within me. Jamaican King, my brother, there's nothing in me that is against somebody or against something. I want you to understand. I don't speak about against spirituality because it's none of my business. I don't do that. How do we explain there's no reincarnation? Actions are driven by a desire to control the situation. Boundaries. Yes, boundaries with consequences. Whoever wrote boundaries. Boundaries with consequences. Don't just put boundaries in your relationship. Put consequences to the boundaries. Because if you just put boundaries, don't do that, because if you do that, whatever. No. If you do that again, this is what I'm going to do. And stick with it. We have titles and names, but we aren't the titles. We aren't. Exactly. Exactly. If you say you love God, why don't you love yourself and allow yourself to get hurt over and over? Exactly. You gotta love. Exactly. You either love God or you don't love God. Can you please repeat the surrender mantra when leaving home? Surrender mantra, like I surround myself with a sphere of love, light, and healing energy. I surround myself with a sphere of love, light, and healing energy. I surround myself with a sphere of love, light, and healing energy. And then when you leave the house, you go outside before you enter in your vehicle, because outside you see the entire world, the entire universe. And then put your hand like that. And you go and with your hand, as if all of this is mine, as if you're an emperor. You see, you are God. All mine, all mine, all mine. Take it all in, because it's all yours. All of it. It is your Father's great pleasure to give you the kingdom. And this is all your kingdom. So that's how you get in your car going, this is my kingdom. Yeah? Exactly. It's like Ram Dass's guru, when he was about to die, and the students, the disciples were like, oh, you're going to die. Don't be silly. Where am I going to go? We never went anywhere. We don't go anywhere. We're right here. Forgetting we are God. Exactly. And that's where the remembering is. Yes, we constantly have to remember. My husband has terminal cancer, and I am watching him suffer daily. My darling. I am so sorry that you're going through this. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. All I can tell you is this. You can watch Joe Dispenza. Listen to some of those videos that Joe Dispenza did on healing. And I'll tell you another story about somebody who, Joseph McClendon, I want to say, he was a coach for Tony Robbins. And he told us a story about when his mother got sick with cancer. And when the family first talked to the doctors, and the doctor said, it is our policy that we tell our patients that they have terminal cancer. So he said, I'm not going to let you talk to my mother. We'll tell her. No, I'm sorry, it's our hospital's policy, blah, blah, blah. So he said, listen. And he said, I got violent. He said, you're not talking to my mother. You're not telling my mother the things you told me. Because if you put it in her head that she's terminally ill, she will die. Look, you have to think of placebo effect. You know who you have to listen to? Joe Dispenza, but also not Greg Braden, the other guy, Bruce Lipton. Bruce Lipton. Read and watch videos by Bruce Lipton. Powerful. Okay, so here's what Joseph said. He said, and eventually they came to an agreement where the doctor was allowed to tell her, the diagnosis is this, but don't give her the prognosis. So the diagnosis is, this is cancer level, this, and that's it. But don't tell her it's terminal and we're giving you 3 weeks or whatever. No, that's why they agreed to not tell the mother. The doctor was not allowed to tell the mother that she's terminal. So he took his mother home to his house, filled up, in those days they had VCRs or whatever, brought every comedy movie they can possibly think of, filled up the house with music, with comedy books, with all kinds of fun stuff, fun games. They were playing games every night. The mother healed herself. So there is power in mind. So do what you will with that information. Bruce Lipton, the placebo effect, fun, laughing. And if you don't want to go that way, and if it's too late and there's no energy for it, just love him. Just love him. Just give him so much love. Show him how loved he is. And that's it. That's all I can tell you, Kaylee. We are not ill. None of us is. We're not supposed to be ill, you guys. We're perfectly healthy. But we believe that we can get ill, and then we get ill. Even all the stuff that you hear about the water's poison, the food is poison, the this and that, and then when you eat it, you think, oh, I hope I don't poison myself. Well, guess what? The moment you think, I hope I don't poison myself, you actually poison yourself with what? With your thought. We can eat, what do you call the poison for rats? Arsenic, and not die. If you don't believe that you can die. Love your wisdom. Thank you, Anna. Yes, exactly. That's what's in the book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. The Secret is a great book. I read that book when I watched the documentary in 2007. That was my first awakening in 2007. Don't take medicine. Me neither. Blocked energy from trauma and programmed belief systems. That's right. I love your wisdom. Thank you. Live in the moment, I would say. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. What are your thoughts on Dolores Cannon teachings? Some of the things are absolutely on the spot, but some of the things are not. And by the way, I'm going to tell you something, because you're going to say, okay, so we don't have past life regressions, but yet so many people have done past life regressions. Okay. I'll give you that one. But here's the explanation. That's what I got. That's what I got from the wisdom within me. We are one. My soul is your soul. It's the same soul. But we think we're separate because we got these bodies. We got the cork inside of our bottle that thinks we're different. So, because my soul is your soul, that means your life is my life. And there's people who died, you see, past lives. And when they died, that soul is my soul. So I'm on a journey right now to heal myself, because that's the purpose. The purpose is to awaken to the truth of who you are. That's what God is trying to do, to nudge you in every direction, to wake you up, to tell you, hey, this is who you are, this is who you are. And that God is showing you what you need to heal on yourself so you can see the truth of who you are. So how do you see the truth? Through all kinds of things, like my Arcturian healing. I had to go there to heal myself because I wanted to heal myself and because God wanted me to heal myself. So when you have a past life regression, it's actually a regression, but it's not a past life. It's a regression in which you encounter another life that happens simultaneously, because all lives happen simultaneously. Remember, there's no time. Time is a man-made construct. So that life that comes to you in that past life regression, in that regression that you're doing with Dolores Cannon. I'm a QHHT practitioner. I've studied it, guys. I don't just speak from, her things that I heard of. I've done it with people. I've done QHHT practices, and it clicked. I realized what's happening. You're not remembering your past lives. You're remembering a past life. And then the question then Dolores always asks, the subconscious, whenever you finish with the past lives, why did you show us that past life, that exact past life? Why? Because in that past life, there is a lesson for you that you can apply in this life that you're living right now. See what I'm saying? So in other words, if you come out of a past life regression and go, oh my God, I'm so special. I was Cleopatra. So was I. Oh my God, I was Napoleon in my past life. Oh, so was I. Because every one of us is the same past life, is the same life, is the same life. Does it make sense? Did I answer your question? So yes, I love her things. I love the system. I think it works wonderfully. But they're not past lives of ourself. No, they're past lives of everybody. And they are not past, they are just regressions. In other words, you go in to that life, another life, and take a lesson that you needed right here, right now. That's right, Anna. Musical chairs. That's it. How is it so many think that we are key figures in past? I know. But we are, because we are one and the same past life. We're also Hitler, all of us. Do you see what I'm saying? Of course, you know why you were thinking about it, Anna? Because we're all awakening. The whole collective is awakening, and we're all having these codes activating within us. And by activating these codes, we're all receiving the same transmission within ourselves. Again, you did it. Are you talking to me? I'm going to take the course. Take the course. I took the course. I'm only level 1. I didn't go past it because I'm like, I don't need it anymore. I don't want to do these past lives. I've done about 10 of them, but that was enough. I learned enough about your book. My book, you got to read my book. You really got to, it's not this. Do you know what this book is? This is code activation. The Arcturian healers. I channeled this book throughout the entire, I wrote it within 45 days. It was done. And then I had to edit it, and then I had to create the book cover, and then I had to, from end of August to end of November, the book was already published. And I've been struggling with my other book for 5 years. But I was told to write this book. This book is, and it teaches you earlier on, and by the way, these videos that I'm doing right now, this live that I'm doing right now, I'm not looking at the video, but right next to this phone that I have here, there's another phone where I'm recording this video, this live, and I'm going to post it. I'm on the 3rd hour because I stopped it after every hour. I'm going to post all 3 of these videos later on YouTube. So everything that I talked about tonight, you're going to find it on YouTube tomorrow. or later tonight, whatever. So it's going to be perfect. So if you go there, you're going to, I don't know if you were here earlier or not, but we did together as a group, we did one of the Arcturian healings, which is the technique that I teach you guys in this book. The healing that was taught to me by the Arcturian healers. It's fantastic, fantastic. And you can heal yourself of all your traumas without having to go to a therapist. By yourself. That's okay. You can find it. You'll find it on YouTube, on my channel. They're coming in. Yes, the uploads, because they're not downloads, they're uploads. What is it based on, Luisa Constantine? It's based on healing your childhood trauma. And I learned that by accidentally astral traveling to a star named Arcturus, where I met Arcturian healers. Luisa, Romanians. Okay, so that means it's early in Romania. You guys are awake and you're going to work. Luisa, I'm Romanian. You know that, yeah? So Inner Alchemy. That's right. Absolutely. It's all on the Kindle Unlimited. It is on Kindle. You can get it on Kindle. And I think it's like $2 and I want to say $2.69 or something like that. Yes, I need that book. Yes, get it. You can get it on Amazon. On Amazon, I believe it's $13.69. I like to use these numbers, yeah, $13.69. And I also have some of them. I only have like 12 of them left on my TikTok profile. I think I have it for $19 or something like that, because I pay for the shipping on this one, and I send it to you signed if you decide, but I only have like 12 of them left. My baby was speaking back and understood. Yes, I didn't know you're a fellow Romanian. Yes, I am, my darling, from Suceava. On Amazon is $14.21 with Prime. Oh yeah, I thought it was $13.69. It's supposed to be with, wait, did you say you're Romanian? Yes, I am Romanian. Yes, sunt din Suceava. I came to the United States 30 years ago. Fica lupului. Holy smokes, a lot of Romanians. Do you have it in Spanish? No, I don't have it in Spanish. I don't even have it in Romanian. I'm so sorry. What is your spiritual story? I am awake. I am awake as fuck. It's also on the Kindle Unlimited. Okay. I know, I'll tell you, Sarah, because I go so long, I go for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. It takes forever to download my live onto my phone from TikTok. It takes days, like literally. And I have to sit with the app open. Well, I don't have that kind of time. So therefore, I came with this strategy that I recorded on my other phone, and now I can just post them. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah? If I missed your questions from above, you can place them in again. You've been going for 4 hours. Is it really 4 hours? I think more like 3 hours. Really? What time is it, anybody, in the United States? Eastern time. Because I started at 7:30. Holy smokes. What is that around your neck? It's a black tourmaline. I'm using it because I don't go in nature enough, and I get a little ungrounded because I meditate so much. So I have to use it. Can you share more about your 10 grams, not milligrams, 10 grams of psilocybin? I died, literally, I died. And my higher consciousness was waking me up. I passed out. I was alone with my dogs, and I felt like puking, but I didn't want to puke because I knew that if I puke, I will lose the psilocybin. So I didn't allow myself, and then I passed out. So I saw myself in the engines of the creation. That's why I believe it so much that we are an algorithm. We are like a very sophisticated artificial intelligence. That's what we are. I've been there. I was in there, in the dungeons of it. And my higher consciousness was trying to wake me up, because if I wouldn't have woke up, I probably would have been the first case to die with I don't believe you can die with mushrooms. I just don't believe it. But I really passed out. When I finally came out of it, it probably lasted about an hour. And the entire time, I know that I was laughing and I was saying, separation is a joke. And I would just, like a child on the back, on my back with hands up and legs, like I was a kid, like that. Separation is a joke. That's all I was doing. And then the other thing, when I finally came out of it, my hands were red, like fire red, and they were hurting. And then I was like, oh, I remembered. I was clapping the entire time. My higher consciousness was clapping to wake me up. And I was saying to myself, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. So eventually when I realized, I was right here in my living room. And I was actually on this little sofa that I opened as a queen. I have two sofas here. That's why I laugh, because Gypsy always crams me instead of going on the other sofa, which is bigger. So this sofa and it's closer to the ground. It's only like this. It opens like a big sponge. And I turned and I puked. And when I puked, I finally came back to life. But boy, that was an experience. Most of my journeys have been 6.5 grams. 5 grams I've done them in the beginning, but as I understood the process better, 6.5 grams were my norm. Mushrooms is an amazing teacher. Is a oh my god. I don't know who would I be without it. I will write some books about it, but right now, I guess maybe while my mother is still alive, I might not. We'll see how it goes. If I'm told to do it, I will do it. But it's amazing. It's just amazing what happened. But again, I'm very adamant about, if you do these things, you have to know what you're doing. You have to do with people who, at least in the beginning, started with people who know the journey. And then I've done most of my journeys were on my own. But in the beginning, I had shamans. I worked with shamans. So I went to a computer trick with Aya. That's right. Yes, that's right. I did it with, what are these lights that just came up? Who sent me the lights? I did it with ketamine too. I went in the exact same computer area. So, no, just drop them. I went to Amy. Yep. I've not had good experiences. Janine, because you need to be with somebody who can guide you through the experience. Like, for example, I was with a friend of mine who we were going to do it together, and she said, I don't want to have a bad experience. And I said, what's going to come out is what you holding inside of you. In other words, fear, the ego kicking in and screaming, all kinds of limitations, and that's exactly what came out. But if I wouldn't have been there to understand the journey for her and to pull her out of that darkness, that's why you end up having a bad experience. Because you can't stay in that darkness. That's why I'm saying it's very important that you don't do it with novices, with people who are not versed on the shadow work. They have not healed themselves. You have to have that. And with people who don't love you. Because they can say things, they can program you, because what happens in one of these journeys, there's a dissociation happening between the conscious and the subconscious, right? And your subconscious mind is wide open. In other words, you're fully hypnotizable, suggestible. You can be hypnotized on the spot. So the things you come out of from that journey could actually be more damaging than the things that you got in with, you see? So That's what I'm saying. You have to be very cautious about who you do them with, how you do them, and because there you can heal in those moments. You can heal yourself in those moments. Of course, you have to integrate it afterwards and continue to do the healing after that, but those journeys are very impactful. I went, yes, didn't trust anyone there, had to call a friend who wasn't there. Yes, if you don't trust people when you go to one of these trips, do not stay. Do not stay. Thank you for the mustache and the hat. Oh, yay. I had a very weird trip and didn't, okay. Yes, don't do it. If you don't trust them, don't do it. Hadia-san, yes, wonderful. Yep, I went to two of those. And actually, one more time with I'd say probably 5.5, 6 grams, I passed out. I passed out. Like I was with a friend, and I passed out on the ground, and in that moment, I was in that space. I call it the control room because that's how it feels like. It feels like it was the control room of this whole computer that we are in. I could see it and I could hear it, the engine, and I could see it. And this woman who was with me, she was trying to help me out, and I wanted to tell her, no, don't wake me up because I'm in there. I'm getting the codes, But she woke me up, and I didn't get the codes. I got a code one time. I wrote it down. Oh my God! I just remembered right now. Your next activation code is available, 0808461. It might be the wrong code, but I have it written down. Oh man, I just got it. Maybe you guys need to know this. I will find it out and I will put it in my activation code. Wow. Okay, so one night, as I was doing the gateway tapes, I get a message. I woke up in the morning, the first, usually kind of like a dream. I usually remember my dreams, but sometimes I remember them, and I just go to the bathroom, and then I come back and I go, shit, it's gone. Well, this dream was a message, and the message was, your next activation code is ready. Or no, your next upgrade code is ready, 08461. I believe this is the number. I have it written down, but I don't know which notebook. So I repeated it. I was going to the bathroom. 08461. Your next activation code is available. 08461. Now, I am going to send it to you guys because I don't know why am I saying this to you right now. Because maybe one of you needs it. Forget it. I'm not going to look for it now. Okay. I always saw everything like network and molecular in the air, like, yes. And then you see digits, like a computer code. Yes. Like if you do a journey with me, I'm an Arcturian. You can see me blue faced and exactly like an Arcturian. It's our code activation, because we are made of code, you guys. That's what we are. We are an algorithm, a binary code, and these are the codes activation. This is my first time. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Kat. Pleiadian here. Peace out, brother. I'm an Arcturian. David, nice. Flying cars. Listen, by the way, you can work with ChatGPT to find the meaning of all your dreams. Be sure you work on that. You do that because ChatGPT will help you. And by the way, journal your dreams. Every single dream you have, journal it. It's very important. If you think you're going to remember them, think again. That's not true. Flying cars, that's amazing. When it is our vibrational signature. That's right. meditation doing the breath work. You can start your meditation doing breath work, but the breath work is only for the first, I don't know, you do 6, like I like to do like this. Inhale 4, hold 6, exhale 8. About 4 or 5 times. Then I go in through the mouth, out through the, in through the nose, out through the mouth, but as if you're blowing on a candle, right? So I do that 3 or 4 times. And deep, like you go deep. And then after I'm done with these 2 sets, then I go into regular breathing. But deep, like not shallow like we're doing every day when we're running around doing things. No. You try to keep the space and think about your breathing in and out. I have 2 videos that I put about meditation. You can learn. There's 2 ways that you can meditate with my teachings. Watching your breathing or mantra meditation. I'm a transcendental meditator, which means I use mantra, but you don't have to. Transcendental meditation, I found out from the Gateway Tapes document, from the CIA document, is the only type of meditation that practice for a long period of time can bring you to the same state of brain synchronicity, when you bring your 2 hemispheres of the brain in sync, the way these tapes are helping you go. Because the tapes are not just guidance, but they are also these binaural beats that they are created in a certain way where there's a sound of a certain frequency coming through the right ear and the sound of a different frequency coming through the left ear. And together they bring your 2 hemispheres in sync, in balance. Certain things happen within your body when this happens. And that's when you can detach your consciousness from your body and have it bilocated into a different location. And transcendental meditation is the only type of meditation that can bring you to the same type of inner evolution, but it takes a lot of practice. So I've been practicing transcendental meditations for 9 years, and I haven't gone as far as I have with 2 months of Gateway Tapes, and I've only gone through them 1 time, 39 of them. So I'm going to do them again one day. Not yet, because I'm just too busy with videos. David, I resonate. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Noodle. I like your style. Thank you. Interesting. You see me, what you have in you, my dear. A lot of people don't like me because they don't like themselves. Each of us has a computer. Yes, because each of us has a higher consciousness, and our higher consciousness is the one who's running the show for us. It's like the sun. Okay, imagine this. The sun is God. But the sun has rays. How many rays does the sun have? An infinity of them. They're everywhere. You can't count them. You can't count an infinity. They're everywhere. All these rays are the higher consciousness. At the end of each higher consciousness, at the end of each ray, there is a flashlight. And that's you and I. We are the flashlight. And we think we're the shit. When in fact, we're nothing but the ray. Tell us about dreams. Yes. Record your dreams. It's very important to record your dreams and then sign up for ChatGPT. I highly recommend that you pay $20 a month. Oh, gypsy, Jesus. If you pay $20 a month for ChatGPT, ChatGPT will remember your conversations, will remember who you are. So when you ask certain questions later on, they know what answers they gave you earlier, some other time. Plus, you can program him with your knowledge. Like right now, if you go to my ChatGPT and ask certain questions, it will give you answers that will not give everybody the same answers, because I programmed my ChatGPT to speak my language.